Good evening, and let me start with an apology for starting late. I confess to be the cause because my bilateral meetings overshot, and as a result, I couldn't come in time. But I'm sorry, all in the cause of G20. So, um, dear friends and the August gathering, good afternoon. On behalf of the Indian Presidency, I extend a warm welcome to all the distinguished guests and participants who are with us here today. To begin with, I wholeheartedly appreciate the OECD, GIFT, and also G20 Long-Term Investors Club, the LTIC, for providing a strategic platform for all the stakeholders to deliberate on the approaches to augment private sector participation in infrastructure investment in our cities of tomorrow. And I'm happy to inform this August gathering that the city where we have gathered today, GIFT, is one such a city of tomorrow. GIFT International Financial Services Center, the IFSC, has been designated as a special international financial jurisdiction with trusted business regulations, competitive tax structure with focus on ease of doing business. For development and regulation of financial markets in GIFT, a unified regulator, the International Financial Services Center's authority, has been set up with statutory backing by consolidating the domestic regulations. Presently, GIFT IFSC has more than 400 plus entities registered across various business segments, including banks, capital markets, insurance, fintech, and aircraft leasing, bullion exchange also, among others, and is rapidly growing with healthy and increasing participation of international and domestic financial institutions. In the context of today's topic under deliberation, financing inclusive, resilient, and sustainable cities of tomorrow, the role of international financial centers like GIFT is very important. Friends, we recognize the potential of infrastructure in delivering public good and enabling shared prosperity, which is the core value underpinning the overall theme of India's presidency, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Cities are engines of economic growth, and robust urban infrastructure is a prerequisite for well-functioning cities. The importance of urban infrastructure for economic growth, job creation, and productivity, and for improving societal well-being is well established. Infrastructure also facilitates a steady inflow of private and foreign investments, thereby augmenting the capital base of the economy. Hence, it is imperative that we explore innovative ways to augment urban infrastructure by enhancing investments in this sector. Delivering quality urban infrastructure is one of the most pressing challenges for cities in rapidly urbanizing world. Cities are already home to half of the world's population and continue to expand. Today, 55% of world's population lives in urban areas, a proportion that is expected to increase to 68% by 2050. Massive investment in infrastructure will be needed to accommodate this growth. This becomes all the more significant given the need to adapt existing as well as new infrastructure to climate change and to meet the net zero targets. The cumulative climate investment need for cities in emerging markets to mitigate and adapt to climate change is estimated to be $29.4 trillion between 2018 and 2030. That is, we are left with hardly 7 years on that. The optimum mix of public and private funding and available financing mechanisms to meet such urban infrastructure needs may vary across places. For instance, In areas where private investment is not present or strong, effective public investment acts as a catalyst for private investment. However, the capacities of governments to finance quality infrastructure investments have become highly constrained due to multitude of global challenges. The situation has become even more challenging in the wake of transition to monetary policy tightening in key markets and fiscal policy challenges worldwide. Against this backdrop, innovative financing and funding mechanisms for cities could have significant potential to fill the increasing gaps. To complement the pool of funds available for infrastructure, in addition to public investment and finance provided by MDBs, we need alternate solutions to leverage private sector participation. In this context, innovative financing instruments such as blended finance, structured project finance, securitization, thematic bonds, biodiversity offerings, payments for ecosystem services, and local currency finance are some of the need to be explored based on country-specific circumstances. By embracing these innovative strategies, we can build and bridge the financing gap, foster sustainable development, and propel the growth of infrastructure in cities. To attract private sector investment and long-term institutional capital into urban infrastructure, we need to put in place policies that place a stronger focus on the role of urban planning, revenue generation by cities, and with the ring-fenced mechanisms to protect them, legal and institutional frameworks that create confidence. Such strategies to create an enabling environment for private sector participation will require a coordinated play between public sector, private sector, and the MDBs. Therefore, we must renew our focus on development of an ecosystem of improved creditworthiness of urban local bodies, better institutional capacity, robust financial institutions, and appropriate policy and regulatory framework. We should be conscious of the fact that our investment decisions, as they encompass this critical aspect today, will shape the future of our cities and determine the quality of life for future generations. I'm sure the deliberations since morning have reflected these considerations. I thank the participation and also the participants personally for their valuable time and inputs in the previous session, and believe that our efforts towards furthering collaboration between all stakeholders, including MDBs and governments for facilitating urban infrastructure financing, shall be fruitful. Thank you very much.